How's it going, guys? Tsuki here. Today I have another OU match for you. I will be indulging into other tiers. This is going to be my last OU, and then I'll bring you guys some more tiers next time. This is a battle against a guy called Blooper64. Thank you, by the way, for all the comments you guys left on my other video. That was really great. I really appreciate that. I prefer comments to like ratings, actually, so you know, it gives me something to read, and I really appreciate the feedback. And today is going to be a battle against Blooper, like I've already said. It was quite prediction filled, actually, so we're going to go ahead and play that back. It was kind of a stomping, so I apologise. So we're both going to lead a Rotom, kind of obvious. I know from previous battles that I'm going to be faster. Well, generally I am. So I'm going to Volt Switch, and I'm going to go into Gliscor, who will obviously be immune to his Volt Switch, which was, you know, predicted. So now I'm going to predict him to go into Latios. You know, it would be the one thing, it would be the best thing to come in. You know, it can scare me out with a Draco, a Surf, so I kind of figure, well, that's coming in. So I'm going to hit that with Nice Fang. It does come in, which is nice. You know, there's no point in really, you know, that kind of prediction isn't going to cost me, so I might as well go for it. So now I'm going to bring in T-Tar. I know when this hand's up, I can easily take 2 Surfs from this Latios, unless it specs, which is not. So I'm going to be able to take that really well. Unfortunately, I get a crit there. He gets a crit, though, which, you know, really does kind of matter. And because if he didn't crit, then I would have been able to crunch and kill it. And I also probably would have been able to put up my rocks at some point during the match, so that was kind of unfortunate. But either way, you know, it may not matter. But he's going to kill me off this turn. Fortunately, 2 turns of Sandstorm are going to be able to take out his Latios, which is great. You know, I don't have to worry about switching something into that. And now, obviously, going by your standard kind of rules, I guess, I don't really want to say rules, guidelines, you generally bring in your fastest or your Scarf poke on a double down. So I'm going to bring in my Rotom-w, he brings in his. I'm actually going to go for the Hydro Pump, predicting him to switch into Gliscor for my Volt Switch. We actually both end up staying in, and since I know I'm faster anyway, you know, I'm going to be able to take him out before he takes me out, barring any hacks, misses, and all that kind of stuff. And he does actually miss a Hydro Pump, I believe. But here I'm going to be able to take him out, which is great. He's going to go out into Infernape. Not really too sure why, and then he goes for the U-turn and outspeeds me, which tells me that he is clearly Scarfed, because, you know, Rotom definitely outspeeds. I believe I'm at 420 some speed with my Scarf, so now he's going to bring in my low tick. Kind of obvious, but at the same time, you know, there's not really too much I could do there. I mean, he U-turned out, so I'm going to switch out, going to go into my Celebi. I know for a fact he can't touch me, and even if he does have the Ice Beam, you know, I'm a Celebi, I can take it. So, right here I'm going to predict the switch into his Heatran. You know, it's kind of obvious, you know, why wouldn't you? It resists my grass type stab, and then obviously he's in a better position. So, I'm just going to T-Wave knowing that's going to happen. Heatran does get crippled, which is nice, and now I know, well, normally here I would love to switch to my T-Tar, but unfortunately it's dead. So now I'm forced to switch in my Rotom, which I didn't want to do, because, you know, he will be able to kill me off with 2 moves in succession. So, that's unfortunate. But now he's going to go into my Lotic. I know this is going to happen, so I go for the Trick, which is nice. I could have gone for, you know, a Volt Switch or something, but it's much more beneficial to get this thing tricked than anything else, because then that frees up my Rotom as well. That does mean that his Infernape is going to outspeed me, though, which is kind of unfortunate. But at the same time, you know, I get a Pain Split off here and get some nice HP back, and I'm going to be able to deal some serious damage with a Volt Switch. So he's going to go into Heatran. I do indeed just go for the Volt Switch. Yeah, that was kind of a straight play. He kind of knows that. So I'm going to go into Scizor. Just for the superpower. He's paralyzed. I'm definitely going to be able to outspeed him here. So give the superpower, get a completely useless crit there. Definitely going to take him out regardless, which is nice. Now I believe he's going to bring an Infernape, and this is kind of worrying. I'm looking at my team thinking, what can take a CC and a fire type move? And I figure, you know what, Rotom can just go in his fodder right now, because I don't really want to send in Latias in case he U-turns. So, anyway, I could have gone into Latias there, so that was kind of a bad play on my part. But now I go into Latias, knowing he's locked into close combat. So, I know he's going to bring in this my Moloch right here, so I'm actually going to make a double switch to Celebi. And the reason why I didn't want a Draco is because, you know, I'd have been at minus, and then he would have been able to bring in Ape and U-turn. So, I bring in Celebi. He goes for the Toxic here. It doesn't bother me too much. I didn't even notice that during the game. And I'm going to be able to Giga Drain that will take him out, which is really nice. Get those HPs back. And now I believe the Infernape's going to come back in. I didn't really think about this. What I really should have thought about here was, you know, Flare Blitz is going to be stab and 2 times super effective, and U-turn's actually going to be unstab and 4 times super effective. So that was a really bad play on my part. I wasn't paying attention, so I kind of paid for that. But anyway, Gliscor comes in now. Now I'm guessing this is going to be the standard Protect set. I say standard because it is becoming more standard now. So I go for the Surf, not trying to show him the Draco, you know, not that I wouldn't have it, but, you know, I go for the Surf. I'm going to go for it again, just knowing that, you know, even if he wants to switch, he's only got Infernape to go to, and that's obviously going to get raped. So I do a nice amount of damage, 76%. He decides to Toxic me. Now, I know he's going to go for Protect here, so I'm actually just going to go for the Recover for when that Infernape comes in. Just hoping to God that I can live a U-turn. I might. It did 50% last time, so after the toxic damage we'll see. I'm at 58, 46%, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to live a U-turn if he wants to go for it when he brings in Ape. I'm definitely going to be able to kill off his Gliscor with the Surf here though, which is nice. My plan was here to just Draco the Infernape as it comes back in, which it does. And he actually decides to lock himself into Earthquake because the toxic damage will kill me this turn. And if the Draco had hit, you know, that might have taken it out, but unfortunately it misses. And I believe right here I am going to die. Yeah, I do. So I die to residual damage there, which sucks. And now I go into Gliscor, and obviously he doesn't have anything to hit me with, seeing as he locks himself into Earthquake, so he will be running. So that was a good game. The reason why I say it was a good game, you know, it ended in 3-0-ish. I mean, and there was some, you know, pretty nice plays going on there, but other than that, I mean, you know, there could be better matches, but I kind of figured that was nice enough to throw out for today. And I'll definitely be putting out some UU, RU, and possibly some NU games later this week, or shall I say next week, so Sunday today. So look forward to those, guys. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, or just leave one anyway. Try bananas or waffles, or if I see a comment saying bananas or waffles, I'm going to reply to it saying choco balls. Yeah. Bye!